Being in the ATM business for over 25 years, I have seen many ATM businesses come and go. Every one of them leave because they make these common mistakes, and most of them can't recover from those mistakes, so they end up going out of business. So in my 25 years of being in the ATM business, there are 3 common mistakes that I see time and time again. In fact, just recently, I saw a guy that I know make this same common mistake, and now he's out of business. After 20 years in the ATM business and helping hundreds of entrepreneurs, I've seen a clear pattern. The ATM operators who fail make these top 3 critical mistakes. Today I'm going to show you exactly what these mistakes are, and more importantly, how to avoid them. This information cost me years of experience and tens of thousands of dollars to learn. And I'm sharing it with you because I believe success leaves clues. Alright, so there's 2 operators, Operator Mike and Operator Tom. Mike is a successful operator on the surface, but underneath, Mike is struggling from cash flow issues and the struggles that he faces every day in the ATM business. Mike has 10 locations in total, but he only has 2 locations that are performing good. The other 8 locations are underperforming, and he's stretched himself too thin with his cash flow needs. He's also struggling from service because he decided to buy used ATMs, and now he's struggling with service and cash flow. To top that off, in his best performing locations, he's constantly running out of money. And now one of the location owners is telling him, hey, if you continue to run out of money, I'm going to have to find somebody else. He didn't set his business up with any contracts or SLAs or location agreements. Now let's look at Tom. Tom started out with 1 ATM, found a location, put the ATM in the location, and it didn't perform. Then he moved it a few times and found a successful ATM location. And instead of him going out and getting another ATM, he decided, let's wait a little while, let's get the cost of this ATM paid. I like the cash flow, I managed one very successfully. He decided to buy a brand new one, and he's growing his business slow and steady. So after a given amount of time, he decided, okay, now it's time to expand, and he followed the same principle. There are 3 basic principles to a successful ATM business. Number 1, always start with the location agreement, SLA or site location agreement. Number 2, do not grow your ATM business too fast. It's not a race to see how many ATMs you can put on the street. It's a race to see how profitable your ATM business can grow. And if that just means start with 1 and have that ATM for a given amount of time, then that's what it means. And number 3, this is as important as 1 and 2. Have a way to get new locations, because without sales, your ATM business doesn't grow. Every conference that I go to or every new ATM I meet, they always ask me the same question. Phil, how many ATMs do you have? What difference does it make? It's not a contest of how many each one of us have. It's a contest of how profitable our ATM business is. After all, at the end of the day, who cares about how many ATMs you got? Are those ATMs profitable? The questions they should be asking are, how do you get contracts signed? How do you grow your business? And what type of strategies are you using to get new locations? What makes a successful ATM business owner is how to control the deal. When you step into a location and you don't get a location agreement, SLA, you can't control the deal. You are the subject of the mercy of the business owner. You're excited in the beginning to get your ATM into location. But one of the challenges, as soon as you get that ATM in the location and the deal goes sideways, or the location owner says they want more, you don't have a leg to stand on, you can't control the deal. Grow your ATM business slow and create your ATM business a budget so you know how much money you can allocate for future growth and when that growth is going to occur. So think about that when adding another ATM. And number 3, develop a strategy to constantly get new location. Sales drives revenue, and without sales, revenue will not increase. No new sales, no new revenue. So oftentimes I hear it time and time again, Phil, I want to get an ATM business. I want to get 5 to 10 ATMs this year. Great, love the goal. Then the follow-up question is, all right, what's your budget? I don't know. How much money you got to allocate towards this business? I don't know. How much time do you have to allocate this business? I don't know. Those questions need to be answered when you get into the ATM business and you want to expand 5, 10, 20 ATMs. Here's the truth about the ATM business. Success isn't about luck. It's about implementing proven principles consistently. Every failure that I've seen comes down to skipping steps that seems unnecessary at the time. But once you understand these principles, success becomes predictable. You can choose right now to build your ATM business the right way.